What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about knife sharpening equipment. So let's jump into it. Alright, so we're talking about knife sharpening equipment here today. Now when it comes to knives, you can sharpen a knife on the edge of your window if you want. I've seen that done before. There's a million different ways to do it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. If it works for you, it works for you. But I'm just going to go over some of the things that I have here and some of the pieces of the kit that I incorporated into my knife sharpening. Now I typically do it on a machine, because I make knives, so I'm familiar with using a machine and getting them really sharp off of using a machine. On the other hand, I do like to go by hand also, because you can get that nice mirror polish doing it by hand. You can control it a lot better. So I do some of it by hand. I do it both ways. I go on the machine and I go by hand. But we're going to go over that. When we jump down the bench and show you guys what I'm using right now, we'll talk about it a little more. But there is a ton of different systems out there. There's a lot of great systems out there, whether it be a machine or if it be by hand. Again, there's no right or wrong way. This is just what I use and what I happen to like using. And it's not very expensive. So if you guys want a pretty inexpensive way to keep a wicked sharp edge on your knife without spending big money on a sharpening system like the Wicked Edge, which is pretty big money, after you buy that system and all the stones, you can spend upwards of $1,500 on that. Great system. But there's plenty of systems that are like that, and they do just as good a job. As a matter of fact, I have something coming in that goes along with what I'm going to show you when we jump down on the bench. That's along those lines. It's kind of a Wicked Edge knockoff, but much smaller scale, much cheaper. Anybody can afford that. And I'll incorporate into the hand process when I sharpen my knives. But for the most part, I use the Ken Onion with the blade grinder attachment. We're going to hop down on the bench. I'm going to show you guys what I use. All right, so the first piece of equipment I want to talk about, like I said, I use a machine for most of my sharpening. And the machine I use here is the Ken Onion worksharp. This is the one with the blade grinder attachment. Now what this here is, this is a blade grinder attachment, and you can do a lot of things with this. You can reprofile blades. You can damn near make a small blade from scratch, because you have this flat platen right here where you can actually do some grinding. But this machine is very customizable. As you see here, you can go through all your different angles from 10 degrees all the way up to 35. There's different roller adjustments here you can make if you want. If you don't want as much convex, you move this roller in a little bit, which I often do. I just did when I had a convex edge, so that's why it's like this. But normally I'll take this roller off and move it closer so this is nice and tight. And what you'll do on this one is, let me grab a knife. We're not going to do a sharpening, like I said. This is just showing you some options. You take your knife with this machine. This is your spot where you put your knife. This gives you your angle. And then you'll come up to the machine and you'll match it and you'll pull it across like that. Then you'll flip it over. Get your angle, come back up, and it's all by feel, which, again, if you're not, this is pretty advanced, so I want to jump in and just show you guys the most advanced way right now. And again, I do like this way because I make knives myself. I've been sharpening knives for years, and I'm comfortable on a grinding machine. This is also a variable speed. I'm not going to fire it up because I don't want it to be loud on video, but there's a variable speed on this, so you can adjust it from, you know, a slow RPM to a very fast RPM, which is nice. And then to change your belts, you just pop this in, swivel that down, take your belt off. You want to put something finer on, just put it around the rollers, pop it back on just like that, and you have your tracking right here to adjust it on the wheels. But this is a great system. If you guys are looking for something to take to the next level, I'd go with the Ken Onion. This thing is fantastic. But let's go with something more basic, you know, something that you may want to start out on. Here's another system from Worksharp, which I like. This is a pretty basic by hand kit. You get all your different grits. And what this does, this one's nice because you got these little magnetic attachments. You can turn them over for different angles. There's 17 degrees. See, they're marked in increments on here. Turn it over at 20 degrees. Most of my knives are 20 degrees, so that's where this is set. And what you'll do on this is you'll take your knife, there's your 20-degree angle, you'll pull it down, go across, and see how this tips? That tips so you don't ruin your edge. The tip, I'm sorry. So the tip doesn't get ruined. And see, it goes with it. Or you can lock it. There's a lock right here. You slide it forward, and you can go straight across. But see, you're not going to get the tip that way because it's not tipping. This is more for a straight edge. So you unlock that, again, go down. As it bends, it gets the tip. Very nice system. And again, these are all interchangeable. You just pop this off. This is 800 grit. Comes with all different ones. There's 600, 320, 220. And then the best part is it has a leather strop. So when you're done with all your different grits and you're ready to get that nice, real nice finish. Now with the strop, it's reverse. You don't go forward, you'll cut into it and rip it. It's backwards. So you take it and just pull it across. You pull it back to you every time. So you strop it to get your final edge. So this is a nice system. And then this pops out. You have this attachment here. This will do serrations. You have ceramic in here to do serrations. And then you have your ceramic up top to do serrations as well. Fish hooks. It's got an indentation here. You can do fish hooks. So you just pop this in here. You want to go to a flat spot on here. Come back up with your knife. Got your 20-degree angle. And then you pull it in. So this is a nice, inexpensive beginner system, I think, for somebody, which works very well. This is actually a really nice little sharpener. Actually, I take this in my backpack when I go hunting. This is what I use in the field to sharpen a knife, keep an edge up. Take all these. It's pretty compact, so it packs in the backpack pretty good. So again, this is a nice little system here. Now here's a really nice system right here. I used this one for a long time before I stepped up to the worksharp. This is a Spyderco triangle maker. And this is a real nice little system here. You got your triangular ceramic rods in 2 different grits. And then you got your guide rods here. Now we're going to turn this around. This side you have your 40-degree edge and your 30-degree back bevel. I usually leave it on the 30-degree back bevel. So you'll take these 2 sticks right here like this. You put them inside here. And then you'll take this cover. Actually holds as a spot where you can hold it. Now typically I'll start out with the coarse ones in here. Now you can put them in either way. You can put them in with the triangle facing forward, or you can put them in with the flat. Depends how much surface you want to take care of. I usually do them with the triangle in there. And these sticks here are just a guard, so if you missed, you don't cut your hand off. But what you do is you just take this and stay at a 90-degree angle to it, and you pull down. Just keep pulling down. So you'll do this a bunch of times on these stones. You'll pop them out. Then you'll put your really fine stones in here. Same thing, 90-degree angle. Pull it down. This is a real easy way for a beginner to get real good results on a knife. Like I said, I used this for a long time before I totally jumped into being on the machine full time. Again, because I do like sharpening by hand. I do have another system coming from Worksharp that is kind of similar to the Wicked Edge. As soon as that gets here, I'm going to do a full sharpening video using the Ken Onion, and then we'll use the new Worksharp. Because I incorporate a lot of this stuff, guys. I'll use almost all this equipment if I have to. If I really want to get a really nice edge on a knife, I'll go through the Worksharp, and then I'll come over here onto this triangle sharp maker, and I'll even use this. Then I'll go to the Strop. And at the end, what you really want to do is make sure you do use the Strop. Now, I have a professional Strop right here. This is from like a barber shop, but this thing's awesome. This is a linen side. You can put some diamond paste on here, and then you'll just go on the Strop on the diamond side, and then again you go on the leather side, and that really finishes it off. Then you'll have a wicked hair popping sharp edge on your knife. Real nice sharp blade when you're done with this Strop. So that's pretty much it, guys. These are 3 little pieces of equipment that I use, and they give me great results. So we're going to hop out for some final thoughts. All right, so some closing thoughts on how to keep your knife sharp. There's no right or wrong answer here for this, guys. Find a system that you like and that you understand how to use. That's the key to it all. Get something that's not overcomplicated, something that you enjoy using, and you'll keep your knife sharp. You'll keep it in good working order. All right, guys, that's all I got. Be sure to slap a like on the video. It helps me out. Chuck something down in the comments. Let me know what you liked about the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.